This is set number 3 on Neo Planet S. Well, yeah, those the big cheers for both players. First is our Zerg player, bottom left, in orange. He is known as JD, perhaps better known as EJ Dung. And his opponent in the upper right, in the blue Protoss, he is JYP Park Jin Young, also the same name as a very famous singer in Korea, who is also the manager of the Wonder Girls in this company as well. And he's going to scout out early on over to the base of Jaedong.
That's what it looks like. Something I want to point out about Jaedong's name, the reason why it's just JD is because I believe the word Dong was actually censored on Battle.net and he couldn't choose this. He's like, well, I guess I'll just have to go with JD then. People know who I am at this point.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. I imagine there's going to be more banter between these two players than most because they're both pretty big personalities. They're, of course, teammates. These guys love to joke around.
And, you know, Jaedong, he's always got that glare. When he's in the booth, you can clearly see that right now he does not have that ever-familiar Jaedong look.
The death stare.
Stare that could crack a monitor. And Jaedong is going to expand first, going to a 15 hatch build. JYP not going to block it. He's going to let him put it down at his leisure.
I actually think this is like one of the few players you do not want to go for a hatch first against. We did see in a lot of JYP's earlier games, he would go for the Forge and do a cannon rush, but it looks like, no, he's just going to get that expansion down. He doesn't really mind. He's like, all right, Jaedong, I'll be nice. I will let you get away with the hatch first.
Jaedong gets his spawning pool down as well. Perhaps if he had seen the Nexus go down first, he could have gone to a triple hatchery opening, but that is not the case.
Ooh, look at this, though. Looks like JYP wants to try to fake out Jaedong. He's putting down a pylon. The Forge is halfway done here, so if Jaedong decides to not really, worry about that pylon, it's still possible for JYP to actually make a successful cannon rush.
We'll see, and Jaedong actually is going to expand first. He's going to a third hatchery. The pylon is complete, and indeed, JYP going for the cannon rush regardless, saying, how do you like this, to his teammate. Not able to get in there. This might be a bit of a problem. That drone looks like he's stuck.
The drone is in a weird position there. It's able to get out now, putting out a spine crawler. The problem here, though, is the cannons. They're gonna finish in time, and that was actually a pylon. I thought that was a second cannon. Excuse me, but the cannon is gonna complete. Jaedong, though, he doesn't care at all. He's like, whatever, man. I'm gonna make the spine. It's gonna get canceled, and then I'm just gonna send some wings over to your base, and you're gonna have to deal with that.
Both players once again with a smirk as they're having fun with this game. Cannon should complete in time. Will it? Just in time. Nope, but the Zergs do get through. He did not block it off. So 4 Zerglings, nope, make that 3, 2, are going to get into the main. I don't know how much he's going to be able to do with this, but this is Jaedong, of course.
It looks like, he gets 1 probe. It's just annoying to deal with that because you constantly have to keep an eye on your mineral line. And JYP, he may end up losing a few workers from this, but the thing is, Jaedong still can't really mine from that natural base. The mining isn't important, but being able to use the lava from there is, and he is at least able to kind of do that. But actually, losing a few drones here, a little bit of a mistake from Jaedong.
Yeah, and clearly he does have the third hatchery up, so he could just send his drones over there. Of course, he's going to lose a bit of mining time in doing that to send them over. But at the same time, a little bit sloppy, losing some drones here to this cannon attack.
Yeah, actually, Jaedong is playing like True did last game. He's like, you can attack me, I don't really care. I'm gonna go over to another part of the map and do my own thing.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't appear that Jaedong is treating this, handling this in the way that he perhaps normally might.
He put down a spine crawler half-heartedly, and then was like, okay, you kind of can kill that, and I guess I'll just expand somewhere else.
Well, meanwhile, he is upgrading his speed, upgrade for his Zerglings. JYP with a Stargate on the way, as he'll be doing some aerial harassment.
Yep, I hope we get to see some Void Rays come out later on from JYP. You know, you can open up with those 5 Phoenixes, do some harassment, you know, snipe off a Queen or 2, maybe get a few drones if he's lucky, and just get that air control. Just has to make sure that he takes that 3rd base so he has the production required and the economy required to really pump out the Void Ray count.
Lair on the way for Jaedong. You know, I was kind of thinking maybe Jaedong was playing this half-heartedly at the beginning because he's curious as well what JYP is going to be doing after the match. He's thinking, I want to see you win too because I want to see what your ceremony's going to be. And he can kind of deny him on that too. Or I don't know. That'll be interesting. Anyways, we'll see if something comes of that or not.
A second Stargate is on the way, though, for JYP. And if also a fleet beacon is being built as well, we could, you know, we could actually see Mothership come out eventually from him.
Well, we'll see if he goes as well. Could go carriers or Tempest, Mothership, all these different options. Jaedong does not know of that yet, and getting his free will against these Overlords. Doesn't take anything out yet because he's just got the 2 Phoenixes. He's going to be chased away a little bit by the Queen, but looks like he will get this 1 Overlord, and not quite going to supply block Jaedong yet.
Jaedong going for the Infestation Pit. JYP is getting his 3rd base now as well, which is good for him to get. He's going to need that if he's going to be going into this heavy Stargate tech play. The fleet beacon just finished. Will we see the carriers? Will we see the Tempests? That's the real question here.
And it looks like Jaedong, he's got a drone sent out. Does he want to go to the gold mineral patch? Looks like he wants to do some sort of a secret expansion.
And we do have Tempests on the way here from JYP. That's going to be cool to see. I'm assuming that he is going to play a very defensive style, maybe eventually get Storm after he has a good amount. Oh, is he going to proxy something? It's a bit late to proxy tech, and there's kind of no point in doing that right now, but he just got a random drone in the map, and then he was dropping some creeps, so I was thinking, maybe.
Could be possible. We'll have to wait and see if he's got something special set up for us. Meanwhile, he doesn't know about this 3rd Nexus for JYP.
Yep. Oh, 3rd Nexus scouted, I guess, right on time.
Perhaps he was looking to expand there, but was denied. That drone down to 2 hit points, by the way.
We have a Nidus Canal on the way, though, from Jaedong. I'm not sure how useful that's really going to be because just the air dominance from JYP. You know, the Overlords, they're going to get scouted. I think that may be what that Overlord was planned for. He wanted to put the Nidus Canal near there and then siege the 3rd from that location. Maybe use that drone to make a Spore Crawler.
Well, Tempests are out, 3 of them. Plenty of Swarm Hosts for Jaedong. A couple more on the way.
Yep. Oh, there's the Nidus Canal. It looks like it's going to go straight for the natural, but you know, we have Tempests out now, and the Tempests easily outrange the Queens. They outrange the Swarm Hosts, so we're going to have to see how successful the stack really is. But now, look at that. The Nidus Canal has been scouted.
Tempests are going to be leaving. If they left a little bit earlier, that would have been more beneficial to Jaedong. Jaedong's going to see this now and just be like, oh, no. Definitely not good. There's no observer there at the time being, but these Queens certainly not happy to see the Tempest there that are going to have their way.
Yeah, we don't see any observers out here. We have an Oracle being made. Look at that, though. The Queen being picked up by those Phoenix there, and it looks like this attack is going to be deflected without too much trouble from JYP.
Yeah, JYP already thinking about his post-match ceremony right now as he's got things pretty well under control here.
There we go.
Able to spot the Swarm Host now as well. He's got plenty of range with those Tempests. And Jaedong still on 2 base right now. Of course, against Protoss on 3 base, never a good situation for the Zerg player. And I think we can only expect GG in the very near future.
Yeah, those Queens and Swarm Hosts know they need to get out of there. There's really nothing they can do against that amount of Tempests out on the field. And yeah, that And Nidus Canal is going to be taken out.
Yeah, I don't know that Jaedong even has an answer to that. Okay, he does have a Spire, so he can get some anti-air units out, but this is going to be, yeah, I think just a matter of time before JYP is able to finish this off. By the way, he's got a secret expansion up in the upper left, while Jaedong is looking to bust through with another Nidus Worm next to his third base.
Yep, the Swarm hosts are going to come out there. JYP, looks like that he is forced to retreat temporarily with those Tempests, and he has to use them to defend against this Swarm host attack at the third. I don't think JYP still knows where the Nidus Worm is, but now he will know from where the Locusts are attacking from.
And the Photon Overcharge as well, with the Mothership Core providing some defense. Temporary defense right now for JYP until those Tempests can get back in time. Another Nidus Worm next to JYP's Natural as well, so perhaps double-pronged attack here for Jaedong.
Oh, look at that. Actually, letting those Swarm hosts live there, I think that's a little bit of a mistake. JYP could easily send a couple Tempests out there to deal with them, but look at that. Another Nidus Canal going down. So, just, all over the map, Jaedong just wants to, keep JYP on his toes and not let him actually attack him.
Meanwhile, a couple of Vipers are on the map for Jaedong, as the Worm is going to be taken out easily by these Tempests.
Unfortunately for Jaedong, the Vipers aren't really too useful on their own. Maybe if JYP had a ground-only army, the Swarm Host Viper strategy would be a bit smarter, but they're not too useful against Tempest without any type of anti-air backup or support.
Tempest heading over to the third base of Jaedong's.
Oh, look at that Revelation from JYP's Oracle. He's going to be able to really abuse the range of those Tempests now and take out the third base. Oh, I guess, the third base from Jaedong here. And I think that this is going to be the beginning of the end for our Zerg player.
Plenty of Tempests there being helped out by the Oracle. I think we just saw an abduction from the Vipers. Let's see if he can take out the Tempest. And does indeed take out a couple of the Tempests with the help of those Vipers, with the help of the Queens as well.
Here's the problem, though. The Viper, even though the range for abduct is it's pretty good, it's not the same range that the Tempests have. The Tempests have an immense range, and the Vipers can't really compete too much with that. And now, with more Tempests reinforcing JYP's main army here, that third base is pretty much toast.
Tempests finding their way over slowly but surely, and the Locusts are actually going to be able to spot the probes that are being transferred over. Might help Jaedong spot that secret expansion in the upper left as well. I don't know if that's going to really matter in the long run of this game. I think the game's already done, but at the same time, just gives them perhaps a fighting chance.
Well, I've noticed JYP has decided to only build this game. He has one Oracle kind of helping out because, you do need to detect things, and, there's some good synergy between the Tempests and the Oracle as well. And now the third base is known, but with that many Tempests out in the field, I don't see Jaedong taking out that base anytime soon.
Zergling's not even able to make it there, as, well, these ones should, or a few of them anyways. Yeah, but look at that number of Tempests there. 22 Tempests right now for JYP. These Locusts not going to even be able to make it very far at all.
Yeah, if you notice, though, the DPS with Tempest, actually, it's not amazing. They do 30 damage. The cooldown is immense on them. They actually have a pretty similar DPS to Sentries. Unless they're, of course, fighting against massive air units.
Certainly with very good range, though, as they keep those Corruptors at a distance.
And the siege, it's pretty much starting now.
Able to abduct one of the Tempests, taking them out one at a time, although there's another one added right back to the numbers as JYP continues to pump out Tempests.
It looks like Jadon's saying like a GGGG there. All right, at this point, JYP is just fooling around. And with that number of Tempests, I don't think there's anything that can really be done from Jadon's point of view.
Takes out the Viper with one blow. And look at all the Corruptors here. 12 Corruptors compared to 20 Tempests. Able to take out one of the Tempests, but the Corruptors are taken out that much easier from JYP.
Yep, and there's just a few Corruptors left. I think that's going to be pretty much it for the EG Take-Bang Lee Song Zerg player.
Looks like the Queens are next. Yeah, there's simply nothing more that Jadon can do in this game. JYP just looks like he's having a good time. He's just smiling down there going like, yeah, this is one of those feel-good games for me.
This is kind of like, it's just like the slowest death ever in a StarCraft game. JYP is, of course, very happy about this, but Jadong, there it is, finally, GG. Jadong can't take the pain and punishment anymore. Now we get to see the ceremony that JYP was talking about.
He's heading over to JD's booth. What's he going to do? Is it a massage? No, he's going to unplug his keyboard for him and the mouse. Let me pack your bag for you. JD, with a bit of a giggle as well. He sees the banter. I'm sure there's a smile on his face behind. And there it is. Yeah, let me pack your bag for you. JD, get out.
He's like, no, let me get the mouse pad for you. You know, give you a nice, back massage. Good job, good try.
Good game, but I owned you today, says JYP, as he gives another point to his Masters team, who now lead 2-1 over Take-Bang Lee Sung. As JD and Bisu, both losers, flash with a victory for his team. Now, there's no need to pick what the final matchup is going to be because there's, of course, only one player remaining for both teams. It is Stork representing Take-Bang Lee Sung, and it will be Byung representing the Masters team. If Stork can win, we will go to an ace match. If not, then, well, the match will be over. Set 4 is coming up next.